So today we're going to make this really cute Christmas stocking for our dolls, and you can even make this for a Barbie doll, but I'm going to show you how to make it for an American Girl doll. Start off by taking some paper and a pencil and tracing out a basic stocking shape. Now this is the approximate size of our stocking, so now we have to make it big enough for a seam. So we're going to be drawing a seam allowance, and I'd made it about a centimeter bigger, although it did get a little smaller than a centimeter in some places. And then trace out your shape on the outside again. Next we are going to cut that out with scissors and try to get it as close to on the line as possible. Yeah, so basically just cut out the shape. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to take your felt, and I chose a pink magenta felt, and you're going to trace your stocking shape onto it, and you're going to cut that out so you have a stocking piece. So we are going to cut out another piece, and I cut it out in purple. So yeah, and that's basically it. You need two to make this, so just cut another one out. And now we're going to sew it up, and I'm using some red thread. Color doesn't matter, it's going to be on the inside. No one's going to see the inside. So now we're just going to take a strip of gray felt. It doesn't matter what color again, I just chose gray because that's a scrap I had on hand, and I just took a width of a pencil, so about a centimeter thick of a strip, so I can have something to hang on my stocking to. And I just had to figure out how I was going to attach it, but what I did is I just put the loop on the inside so that the tail was sticking out, and I just sewed around that. So you're just going to continue sewing your stocking up so that it has no holes in it, except you're going to leave the top open because that's what typical stockings look like. So once completed, you are just going to cut off all the extra thread, and we are going to flip it inside out. So it's going to be a little tight or a little difficult flipping it out, but don't worry, it should happen and you shouldn't break anything. Now I just took a pencil and pushed out all the edges, and you can see our little tab was there. So now I'm cutting some white felt so I can have a little bit of a trim at the top of my stocking, just to make it look a little more festive and kind of like a stocking. So I just sewed the two pieces together so that the seam looked nicer on the actual stocking, and then we're just going to sew it to the stocking. So here I'm actually sewing the trim to the stocking, and I didn't really do a good job filming this because I kept going off the screen. So here's just a little bit of some clips of me actually sewing the trim onto the stocking. So this is what it looks like when it's done, and now we're going to decorate the stocking. So I just put a gray square of fabric on the stocking, and some scrap purple felt. I'm using felt, not just any regular fabric. and I just glued it on with fabric glue, and now I'm making a bow. I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to explain this, but I will do a tutorial on making felt bows later, or fabric bows later, because it's going to be a little easier than when I'm using a bigger scale to explain it instead of just this little scale that I'm doing it on right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys recreate it, please post it on Instagram and tagging me in the photo. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and also hit the bell button so you'll be notified next time I post a video. Bye!